calls the case of the people versus Cameron Curtis.
We are pleasingly ready in this matter, Your Honor.
Alexander on behalf of the people.
Under Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Cameron Curtis. Mr. Curtis, please state your name for the record.
Cameron Gage Curtis.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for probable cause conference. We are respectfully requesting to have this matter set for preliminary examination, and we would like to address bond briefly.
All right, all discovery is complete.
As far as we know, yes, we have all the discovery.
Preliminary examination will be set October 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. I'm sorry, before Judge Washington. As to bond.
Your Honor, my client is respectfully requesting that his bond be reduced to $5,010%. He does have a job in Belleville, Michigan at the Red Oak. He is employed as maintenance. He lives in Belleville. He will follow all strictures and requirements of the court. He will appear to all future court dates. He has no place to which he would flee.
Response.
Your Honor, at this time, we believe the bond is appropriate and asked that it be kept the same. In this, the victim and him had been dating on and off for 7 years. She stated that he assaulted her multiple times over the previous 3 days, and the first assault occurred when he got angry at her and she was trying to calm him down. He then strangled her by grabbing the front of her throat with his hands. She tried to get away from him. He then grabbed her hair and attempted to force her into a room. She was then able to get away and fell into the concrete as she was trying to escape. She then got into her mother's car, who just arrived, and he came up to her in the car and slapped her in the face. Officers saw injuries to her neck, face, and arms when they arrived. He also has a 2021 DV conviction, another 2021 DV conviction, and then a 2021 malicious destruction of a building misdemeanor conviction. So we believe bond is appropriate at this time.
Your Honor, my client, of course, denies the allegations in this matter. He feels that he will be vindicated at preliminary examination.
Motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond will continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor.
Court calls case people versus Jordan Odumodu.
Nimish Ganatra for the people.
I messed that up. Tell me. I'm doing that. I don't know.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. Odumodu.
That's exactly what I said. All right. Sir, can you state your name?
Jordan Odumodu.
Okay. All right. All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we're asking for a brief adjournment to receive some additional discovery.
You want 1 or 2 weeks?
1 week, please.
Let's hope we have it. Probable cause conference, October 19th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls case people versus David Hamlin.
Your Honor, we are exceedingly ready.
Ready. He is really happy today.
Your Honor, Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief, who is really happy today, appearing with Mr. Hamlin. Mr. Hamlin, please state your name.
Yes, David Hamlin.
Thank you.
Today is the date and time set for the probable cause conference. We are respectfully requesting this matter be set for preliminary examination.
All discovery complete.
Your Honor, as far as we know, we have the discovery.
Thank you. Preliminary examination will be set in person October 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Barr.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Court calls case people versus DeAndre Davis. DeAndre Davis. Need a prosecutor. Who was it? Mr. Chabalowski.
Yes, sorry, Judge, I'm Chabalowski for the people.
Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Carey. I can rule, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. DeAndre Davis. Mr. Davis, could you state your name for the record, please?
Yes, ma'am. I'm DeAndre Davis.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Judge, we're requesting an adjournment. Mr. Davis has another case that's scheduled for probable cause on the 19th. So we're asking that this date be moved to that date as well so that the people can formulate an offer relating to both cases.
So next week,
Yes.
probable cause conference without objection, October 19th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Court calls the case People versus Deante Brooks.
Alex Chabalowski for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Regina Garrett Caraher representing Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks, can you state your name for the court?
Deante Brooks. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good
Morning.
morning, sir.
And Your Honor, my apologies. I was assigned late yesterday and I was kind of stuck in court, so I did not get an opportunity to meet with Mr. Brooks, but I also do not have discovery in this matter yet. So I would be requesting an adjournment and letting Mr. Brooks know I will meet with him as soon as I can.
No, he's out.
He's out. Okay, good enough. Probable cause conference in this case will be adjourned November 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
And Mr. Brooks, I'll put my number in the chat for you, okay? Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Court calls the case People versus Donald Reich.
Kelly Zund on behalf of the people.
An Assistant Public Defender, Emily No, on behalf of Donald Reich. Mr. Reich, can you please state your name?
Donald Reich.
All right. What are we doing?
And Your Honor, we would like to address the bond violation and then set the matter for a preliminary examination.
Okay, what bond violation? Well, I'm sorry. I probably see it here.
Your Honor, I only got a report from Community Corrections. I actually haven't received the police report.
I have an October 10th bond violation indicating he was on a GPS tether, prohibited from going to 1550 East Clark Road. On October 7th at approximately 5:05 p.m., after hours monitoring received an exclusion zone alert. They attempted to contact the defendant. They did not get through to him at 5:13. They contacted Metro Dispatch to respond. At 6:01, they received a call from Simpson and advised the defendant was in custody. So he was in the exclusion zone and did not respond when called, which is all part of his release on tether.
And Your Honor, so Mr. Reich, I did speak. That's the report I had a copy of. And I did go over that with Mr. Reich. Mr. Reich was shopping at the Dollar Tree on Ford and Holmes. This is a shopping center. He'd actually gone to that shopping center prior, since being released on the tether, but prior to the violation to get a certified check, or a cashier's check. There was no issue. When he parked in the parking lot, there was no issue. When he went into the Dollar Tree, there was no issue. His alarm on the tether started going off when he was in the back of the Dollar Tree and like where they have their paper products. He walked back to the front, it stopped, he went home. Home being the Grand Boulevard address he was staying at, not, within the exclusion zone. When he got to the Grand Boulevard address, the police pretty much arrived right when he did. So they saw him bringing in his groceries. He gave them a receipt that was time-stamped showing that he had been shopping at the Dollar General around 5:05 p.m. It was an honest mistake. Mr. Reich knows not now that he should just not go to that shopping center. It's too close to the exclusion zone, so close that when he's in the back part of the stores, it will go off. We're asking that Your Honor reinstate his personal bond, given that this was a mistake. And I do believe if we had gotten the police reports in time, it would corroborate Mr. Reich's what happened. And for those reasons, Your Honor, we're asking for release.
Any response?
Your Honor, we would ask that bond be kept the same right now and be addressed at exams. In this case, him and the victim were in a relationship. They were hanging out and he just became upset. He then, while she was trying to grab her belongings, he grabbed her shirt collar, pulled her to the ground, was dragging her across the apartment to the kitchen, and the shirt collar was choking her. When officers arrived, they saw she had a burn mark from the shirt being pulled so hard on her neck. She was then able to
I get
escape.
all that, counsel, but the reality is he was released on a PR despite all of those alleged facts. The only issue that is keeping him in now is the alert that went off, which it is claimed that he was in the area, but it sounds like there was not an intentional violation. It sounds like he was in a store.
If that's what it is, Your Honor, we would just ask that it be addressed at the exam.
Your Honor, Nimish
Except when-
Ganatra for the people. Your Honor, Nimish Ganatra for the people. I did discuss this with Ms. Enda, and we'll leave it in the court's discretion. Obviously, we have concerns about the victim's safety, but we understand the nature of the purported violation.
Thank you. Preliminary examination in this matter will be set for October 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Barr. Defendant's previous, given those circumstances, previous PR bond with its conditions is reinstated. Defendant may be released. And sir, do not go to that store.
I certainly won't.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
To 10,000 PR.
Thank you.
Yeah. Court calls the case of the people versus Gerald Turner.
Marie Sinsky on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Marcia Creech on behalf of Mr. Turner. Mr. Turner, can you please state your name?
Turner.
Your Honor, Mr. Ganatra and I are trying to resolve this case, but Mr. Ganatra has requested some mitigation information. I thereby respectfully request a 2-week adjournment so I can provide that information to Mr. Ganatra.
Without objection, probable cause October 26, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have an excellent day.
I will. Fine. Court does call the cases of the people versus Deante McFarland. All 3 cases.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Sandra White on behalf of Deante McFarland.
Your Honor, we are soberly ready in this matter, despite any rumors to the contrary. Lauren Brown, Deputy Chief Public Defender, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. McFarland.
And Your Honor, I'm not withdrawing on this case just yet.
Oh, okay. All right, what are we doing?
Unfortunately, we are still waiting on a bed in this case. Mr. Brown and I believe, have been are discussing alternative placement, but haven't been successful. So we're asking for an adjournment.
That is correct.
Should I put it out 30 days and then move it up if necessary? Would that be the best option?
I think so, yeah.
I think we're set for probable cause. Are we? Pardon? Probable cause. Okay. Yeah, we are. Probable cause in this matter, November 9th, 2023, 9 a.m. on all these matters. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
November 9th. Right. Calls case of the people versus Gerard Calhoun.
Alexander on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Gaines, Senior Assistant Public Defender, representing Mr. Calhoun. Mr. Calhoun, would you please state your name for the record?
First name Gerard, last name Calom.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we requested some additional discovery. We're asking for a 1 or 2 week adjournment in order to be able to receive that.
Cause conference without objection, October 26, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continue.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Calls case, People versus Montes Brooks.
Alexander on behalf of the people.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Brooks. Mr. Brooks, please turn on your camera, unmute your device, and state your name for the record, please.
Hello?
Hello, state your name.
Montes Brooks.
Thank you, sir. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I'd be asking to adjourn the probable cause conference. I've reached out to the prosecutor seeking an offer on the matter. We are still in negotiations.
Is at the bottom. Did they see you?
All
You
right.
said don't touch nothing.
November 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks. Court calls the case of the People versus Maryanne Cadell.
Nimish Ganatra, First Assistant Prosecuting Attorney for the People.
Ready, Judge. Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Maryanne Cadell. Mr. Cadell, if you're here, please unmute, turn on your camera, and state your name for the record.
Marshan Cadell. I can't see if I'm on camera or not.
We see you.
You are.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing?
We've reached out to the number we have on screen for Mr. In our file for Mr. Cadell. We have not made any contact with him yet. We would request a 2-week adjournment and ask that Mr. Cadell please call our office.
Probable cause conference, October 26, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond will continue. Mr. Cadell?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the public defender's office number?
I'm pretty sure I can get it.
Well, why don't I give it to you right now?
Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. Perfect.
Area code 734-222-6970.
Okay. Thank you.
You need to immediately upon hanging up, you need to call that number, give them your name, give them a valid email address and a good phone number so they can contact you.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court calls the case, People versus Man Davis. 2 cases.
Maria Sinski on behalf of the people.
Edward Drugas on behalf of Man Davis.
Mr. Davis, can you state your name, please? Mr. Davis, can you state your name? Okay,
Davis.
thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I have reviewed the reports with Mr. Davis, and we're looking for a preliminary examination.
Preliminary examination. So discovery is all set?
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination in person, October 24th, 2023, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. Bond continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's call the case of the People versus Rhodesia Kennedy.
Nimish Ganatra for the People.
Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Kiri Akinruli, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Kennedy. Ms. Kennedy, could you unmute and state your name for the record, please?
Rhodesia Kennedy.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we are asking, well, I don't know if it would be us, but we're asking for a 6 to 8 week adjournment on this case. I know that this case has been adjourned a number of times. We had been waiting for Ms. Kennedy to make a number of payments towards the balance in this case. She has made those payments. We've given proof of those payments to Mr. Ganatra in his office, and they are requesting a little bit more time before they're able to generate an offer.
Your Honor, technically the request is not at the people. We're allowing the adjournments to happen so she can make payments in hopes of a misdemeanor resolution. If the court's inclined to grant the adjournment for that purpose, then the people don't object to that. Thank you.
How much time is she going to need to make significant enough payments? I understand what we're trying to do here, but
I don't know, Your Honor.
well, that doesn't help me.
Doesn't at all. I know. I'm sorry.
Your Honor, my proposal.
Here's what I'll do. I'll go to November 30th. That's a date, right?
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Ganatra.
I'll adjourn probable cause November 30th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, ma'am. Court calls the case, People versus Tyrese Chambers.
I'm saying, if you lead him, he's right there.
Can you get Mr. Brooks in? All right.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Mr. Chambers. Mr. Chambers, could you please unmute and state your name for the record?
Tyrese Chambers.
Thank you.
Your Honor, in this matter, Mr. Chambers is going to waive to seek a prosecutor's HIDA in the circuit court.
Mr. Chambers, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You understand that a preliminary examination is a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
And you understand you'll not have that hearing and you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution. Did we lose him? Mr. Chambers, he's froze. Let me pass it briefly, see if we can contact him, get him back in.
Thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus Maryanne Churchwell.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender with and on behalf of Ms. Churchwell. Ms. Churchwell, could you unmute and state your name for the record?
Yes, Maryanne Churchwell.
Thank you. Your Honor, we are going to be requesting an adjournment in this matter. I believe that her and the co-defendant are attempting to pay the remaining balance, and they're just sorting out the details of what is due and when to get that paid.
Without objection, probable cause in this matter will be adjourned to November 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls the case, the People versus Shaquille Williams.
Jessica Williams, appearing on behalf of people.
Ready, Judge. Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, please state your name for the record. You're muted. If you can, there you go.
Bill Williams.
Thank you, Judge.
This is for a competency today.
Yes, Judge.
I do have a report and have reviewed a report dated September 28th. Everybody have that report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additional evidence from either side?
No, Your Honor, not from the people.
No, Judge.
Everybody stipulating to the report. Court, upon reviewing that report, would find that the defendant is competent to stand trial. Specifically, the court would find that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent. Mr. Feaster, I would need an order sent over, please.
Okay, I'll prepare that.
Mr. Feaster, just so you know, Emmons already prepared one, so he'll send it to you for your
Thank
review.
you. Thank you, Mr. Emmons. Thank you, Ms. Blanche. Judge,
It's so nice when you guys play well together. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. We can set it for another PCC date. I think we are still waiting on criminal responsibility, and I think that might impact the offer in this file. So if we could adjourn it for 2 or 3 weeks, please.
Couple or 3, you said?
Yes, please.
Probable cause November 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Blanche.
Thank you.
I think Mr. Chambers came back. Let me get these custodies out. Court calls case People versus Christopher Fisher.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Christopher Fisher, I got him.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see you. I'm waiting for your attorney. Miss Iconrilla.
I am so sorry, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Chinazi Kiriakin-Lilly on behalf of Mr. Christopher Fisher. Mr. Fisher, could you state your name for the record, please?
Christopher Jason Fisher.
Thank you, sir. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we are asking for an adjournment in this matter. We are still in communication with the prosecution, and they've yet to make an offer, but they're working on something. So we're just asking for the time.
2 weeks or 3?
Ms. Hughes,
2 weeks, please.
3. Probable cause conference November 2nd without objection. 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Fisher. Court calls the case People versus Larry Morris.
Rasinski on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Regina Garrett Carrer on behalf of Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, can you state your name for the court?
Larry Morris.
And Your Honor, today's the time set for a probable cause conference in this matter. I've reached out to Mr. Ganatra regarding getting an offer, Ms. Rasinski. I think you were copied on that email as well. And I believe they need to speak with confirm whatever it would be with the victim first. So we would need an adjournment so we can get that and I can discuss it with my client.
1 or 2 weeks.
Ms. Rasinski, what do you think?
2 weeks, please, Your Honor.
Probable cause conference without objection, October 26, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Rasinski, and everyone have a great day.
Thank you.
Court calls the case People versus Isaiah Gillespie.
Alexander on behalf of the people.
Kenneth Overwater, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Mr. Gillespie. Your Honor, I am dubiously ready to proceed.
Okay. Mr. Gillespie, could you state your name, please?
Isaiah Gillespie.
All right. What are we doing then?
Your Honor, I do not have the police reports in on base. I don't know if this is a technical issue on our office's part, but I have not had the opportunity to review them or discuss them with Mr. Gillespie. He is held on other matters. I would ask to adjourn the probable cause conference 1 week.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned October 19th, 2023, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court recalls the case of People versus Tyrese Chambers.
Nicole Hughes on behalf of the people.
Silvana Reed, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Mr. Chambers. Mr. Chambers, could you state your name again for the record?
Seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he's back.
He's back, but he's. Can we shut his video?
I'm sorry. It's
Okay. No. We shut your video, Mr. Chambers. We got bandwidth. So, Mr. Chambers.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you do understand you're waiving your preliminary examination and that the proceedings will occur in circuit court. That's where to be resolved. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor, we do. And just to be clear for the record, this is a straight waiver. There has been no offer of prosecutor Haida. There has been no guarantee that he will receive it in circuit court. I understand that that's a conversation they would like to have with the circuit court prosecutor.
All right. Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on the single count. Ms. Reed.
We would waive a formal reading and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial will be set for
December 5th at 1:30 p.m. with Judge Conkey.
December 5th, 2023, 1:30, Judge Conkey.
Thank you.
Bond continued.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good day.
You do the same, sir. Court calls the case.